While the new year is fresh, we want to take time to remember one of the giants of this medium, Sumner Redstone, an integral part of our Viacom CBS family for some 40 years. He died in August at the age of 97. Lee Cowan has an appreciation.
The seeds for what became a global media empire that includes CBS were planted in a parking lot. This one of the first drive-in theaters in America.
But I do remember myself working behind a little stand at the Sunrise Auto Theater in New York selling cola and popcorn.
For Sumner Redstone, there was always a bit of nostalgia about his dad's movie theater business, not because it was a piece of Americana, but the drive-ins taught him a lesson that he would carry the rest of his life.
You could have the best drive-in theater, but if you didn't have the best picture, you lost.
When the audience's drive to go to drive-ins started to wane, Redstone built multiplexes in their place. Same amount of space, but more opportunities to reach an audience.
I often used to tell my kids, success is not built on success. It's built on failure. It's built on frustration. It's built on catastrophe and what you do about it.
She's here on the home of classic TV. Yes.
What he did when cable TV started to grow was to jump in with both feet. His company, National Amusements, took over Viacom in 1987, which owned MTV, Nickelodeon, and Showtime.
So many of you heard me speak of Viacom, the sleeping giant. The giant woke up.
Indeed, it did. He went on a spending spree for much of the 90s, outworking and outmaneuvering his rivals to acquire Blockbuster, Paramount Pictures, and eventually us here at CBS.
This partnership seems almost dictated by destiny.
At a time when most entrepreneurs might be eyeing retirement, Sumner Redstone was ever focused on the ever-changing media landscape, still looking for any new feature that could give him an edge.
You are now traveling through a dimension of imagination.
He fervently believed that content was king, and the newest vehicle for that content, he thought, was streaming. He reflected on his view from the top with our Charles Osgood back in 2001.
Is there some point at which you are big enough and don't need to grow?
I used to say that it was over, but I've lived with myself too long to say that it's ever over.
He was a force to be reckoned with. Those with whom he negotiated say he rarely surrendered, either in business or in life. Redstone famously survived a deadly blaze at the Copley Plaza Hotel in Boston in 1979 by clinging to a ledge 3 stories up. He was burned over almost half his body. In his later years, he donated much of his fortune to help treat burn victims, and he served on the boards of several charitable organizations for cancer research, autism, education, and the arts, all the while remaining chairman of what is now Viacom CBS until he was 92.
I'm never leaving. I like it here. I'm not going somewhere else, so forget the rocking chair.
The Redstone name is still woven into the fabric that is Viacom CBS. His daughter Sherry Redstone now holds the reins, and the same title as her father, as one of the most powerful people in media. The one-time popcorn salesman from Boston once said that nothing is impossible for those who have a commitment to excellence and an obsessive will to win. Words that we at Sunday Morning have, in our own way, certainly tried to live by.